Well, hello there, everyone. And I just want to quickly pop in because I want to talk about something that I found interesting. Because we briefly talked on this channel about Baby Reindeer, which was a television show. If you guys have not heard that, we suggest you guys give that a watch. And I just felt like there was
It was on Netflix.
It was on Netflix, and I just wanted to come in and just do a little bit of recap on Baby Reindeer. It's a very interesting name, first off. But first, it was based off of true events, so therefore Donnie and Martha, which are our two main characters, and pretty much everybody else were real people. However, this is just the bizarre part of it. It's the fact that this is based on true events. Because literally Donnie, our main character, didn't contact a serial killer, but I guess this not a serial killer. Oh my God. I've been watching too many true crimes. Martha was a creepy lawyer, she proclaimed to be, and she, I guess, stalked Donnie and was like seeking him out. She had a record of doing this, first off. And Donnie found this out very early on in the series. It's only like 6 episodes. Yet he still decided to pursue this girl named Martha, even though he knew she had a criminal record.
I'm sorry, I can't. No. Briefly, this is what happened.
Okay.
She had already been stalking him before he even knew it. So she made her way finally into the bar. When she came into the bar, she was very down, very depressed, and he offered her a cup of tea. He offered her a drink. She didn't want none of that, but he offered her a tea, and she didn't want that, so he finally offered her a Coke. And every time she would come in, she would offer a Coke, but she never drank anything. This woman was a lawyer, but something happened, and she was a chronic stalker. And this is where the story began. Donnie became her victim. She was just in love with him. And he was fascinated with her.
Yes.
Did that help you?
Yes, I even question if he had some twisted type of love story with Martha.
He was twisted, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they did end up having copulation towards the end.
No, I don't even know if that really happened.
Yeah, you were.
Did it really happen? Was it? I think it was.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
At least that's how the series made us assume. They didn't like literally show the act, but it was hinted at.
They showed the act, but because he was wondering, she didn't say anything about it. She didn't.
No.
But she terrorized his family, his friends, his girlfriends. She threw soda in their face. She was just stalking. She called his mother. He was trying to be a comedian. She made jokes and she was a heckler. She told his business. She humiliated him, really, until he just got fed up with her and reported her. He didn't even want to report her because he didn't feel as though by him being a man, he didn't want anybody to know this. And not only that, along the way, he fell in love with a transsexual. I don't know if that's what you call it, a man that turns himself into a woman.
Yeah.
So he falls in love, and then the woman, what's her name?
The woman, Martha.
Martha tells everybody he's a man. She just goes off on the deep end.
Yes.
Go ahead. I think I'm helping you.
Okay. And to get a little backstory on Donnie, because we did, if you guys haven't seen this, sorry for all the spoilers, but if we get towards the end, we learned that he has this very traumatic experience trying to pursue his dream of being a comedian. He had some SAing, mishandled conduct with one of I think he was like a producer or a writer, but he touched Donnie in inappropriate ways and pretty much did.
He didn't touch him. He took him.
Took him pretty much like Diddy does.
What I mean.
Yeah, if you get you get the little in the influence, things happen.
Well,
you don't know.
We're not supposed to say the word,
no.
But he took him and it messed him up.
Yes.
He was unable to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead.
Yes. And since then he kept going back And then, even though he knew something was off about Martha, he was just like, I'm drawn to Martha anyway. And I kind of liked how the transsexual had said it herself, is the fact that he just needed a little bit of entertainment in his life to get him away from his, I guess, boring life, or how messed up his life is. And that was just him doing these things, you know, going undercover, not wanting to be known that he was with a transsexual because he was trying to work out these weird feelings. All he wanted to do was be a comedian. He got everything but that, honestly.
Right.
Yeah. So it took him 6 months to report Martha. And even then, when he still did that, he really didn't report Martha, because he was like, I don't know why I didn't tell him about the history or about what happened in the alleyway and all this and that.
And what he did with the females, and he just covered her.
Yeah.
It was something about Martha he loved. She was an overweight woman. I felt that she was attractive if you fixed her face up.
Yes.
She was she had a nice personality. Everybody loved her, but there was just something wrong with Martha.
Yeah.
When she fell in love, she just reserved. I thought she was good for him, but she was too possessive.
Yeah.
And he would never be with Martha because Martha didn't fit his criteria of a woman.
Yeah,
that was the
true.
only thing I felt, as though he wasn't with Martha because of her weight.
Right. But then once Martha was finally convicted, he went to the final trial to see Martha for one last time. But don't worry, no, he wasn't finished with Martha then. He still went on a whole twisted downward spiral. It literally looked like a police crime scene of tape pictures of Martha, things she said, voice recordings. We pretty much know at this point that he probably made a book about Martha because we have a movie on it.
Well, he really was trying to understand the mindset of Martha, because he kind of figured, if I can understand Martha, I can understand my crazy obsession with this woman.
Yeah.
He just didn't make sense. So his ex-girlfriend came because someone was saying he hadn't been out of his room in weeks. And she came and she realized, and she sat down and she talked to him. And through that, she told him to come back. And when he came back, he was able to get his bearings. But I think he had wrote the book of Martha. It was something he had to deal with. But then he visited the man that took him without his permission.
Yes.
And was giving him drugs, but he was able to tell him no. And I don't know if he went back and worked for that guy, or did he write a book for Martha? Write a book of Martha.
I hope maybe being a writer and using his creative skills went towards a book about Martha and not towards somebody that literally set this whole trauma on you.
But also the man, I forgot his name, he said, you can come and live with me and nothing will ever happen. Mm-hmm. I believe that. But I don't know if he went back to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I think he went for him for closure.
Yeah, I sure hope that's what it was for.
But that's not clear to me.
Yeah.
All right.
And then lastly, I would just like to talk about how Martha decided to call him Baby Reindeer because it was something very special to her, because I think it had to deal with like a stuffed animal she had as a child. And I think her parents went through some type of divorce.
Her father and family was very abusive, she said.
Yes, and that Baby Reindeer was that like comforting. She said that when I saw you, Donnie, you just reminded me of my baby reindeer.
That little stuffed animal she had when she was a little kid. And the thing about it with Martha, when you seen her house, it was just a pigsty.
It really was.
But she had a beautiful personality until she got angry or she got jealous, and she would turn into a beast, like just a monster, not physically, but her whole personality. And she just get the strength of 5 people and attack.
Yeah, for real.
It took men to get her off of his girlfriend. Mm-hmm. It was a very good movie, Baby Reindeer. If you get a chance to see it, please see it. Baby Crone loved the movie. I loved it. It's a series. I think it's 6 parts. It's not long. Very entertaining. Baby Crone.
Yeah, entertaining in the sense that it just captivates you, because when you really sit down and think about this was literally somebody's life. And you just see every step they had. He had to turn back, do something different, but he just kept going further down.
But he did deal with it. She was ruining his life. He ruined his chance for so many things, but he had to deal with it.
Yeah.
So is that it?
Yeah, that was pretty much it for Baby Reindeer on Netflix that just recently came within the month of April. So I guess that being said, I will talk to you guys later.
You feel better that you got it off your chest. You feel better. She insisted. She said, I got to talk about Baby Reindeer. You happy?
Yes, I'm happy.
All right.
All right, I guess that little Crones, Munchkins, and Chickens. I will see you guys in the next video. Sunflowers!